Be my wind sprints. Dude, I really do feel like.
Why are we in socks? This is.
Do you want to put on shoes?
No.
Don't touch me with your fucking sock feet.
After being accused of blasphemy on my previous video, I feel compelled to start this script by saying no, I do not hate Shane Gillis. In fact, he makes me laugh quite often, and I like that he's such a history nerd. I think that gives him a unique perspective, and not only that, I think he's adept enough as a comic to be able to act on that. When someone doesn't know how to properly capitalize on a unique perspective, they're just weird. But the act of writing these scripts and providing these critiques isn't merely to spread hate or point out things that I don't like about the, mostly, very talented performers on the show. No more does a comic mean what they're saying when they're joking as I mean what I say in these videos. Artistic license grants us the suspension of disbelief, and this is a production, much like a comedy special or a musical production, akin to stand-up comedy itself. At the end of the day, we're all writers, expressing thoughts we've had and felt strongly enough not to live by, but to share. To prove my benevolent intent, I want to start making a habit of including moments that feature something I like about the subject of my more negative videos. For instance, if I show a clip of David Lucas having a meltdown on Matan...
I ain't scared of that.
So we each have a weapon. Where'd my chair go?
There you go. There you go.
Down again. But now we need to put it back up. Sit down before I throw this to one of the TV. Let's keep topics. No, not both of them. They're all gone now. That's the 10th one.
Look like a zombie.
I will immediately follow it up with a clip of David Lucas doing something I really like.
करने वाले हैं मैं आपको इश्यू दिखा देता हूँ क्या है तो ये वाला अगर आप एरर कोड फेस कर रहे हैं वी कैन नॉट कनेक्ट यू और फॉर एग्जांपल आप किसी भी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट
Okay, well that was a bad example, but you get the idea. It's important to maintain balance in nearly all things, and I want to practice that ideal here on Critical Eeks. To it, allow me to say that I think Shane is one of the better stand-ups currently on the scene. He's massively well respected amidst his peers. Until recently, no one would say a cross word about him. But unfortunately for Shane, there appear to be some cracks forming in his otherwise sterling armor.
Yeah, Hayden Church doesn't get his due. He's on tires, apparently. He's on the new season.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. I'm excited about that. Tires.
Soder
has no role. That makes you feel better.
Wow, that is interesting.
He's like, I'm not on there. And I was like, okay, so we can all... It's almost smart. If you have a TV show, you take your best fucking buddy who showed you the ropes and took you everywhere under his wing, don't put him on.
That's a great point.
And then nobody can be upset they're not on the show.
We've all had...
Shout out to Comedy Enforcement for making me aware of this moment, though his thesis was different from my own. Because when I saw that clip, it made me wonder just how right I was back when I asked the internet the question, did Shane Gillis sell out? But to figure out just how right I indeed was, I had to answer a few other questions, such as, how close are Shane Gillis and Dan Soder? What would compel Joe List, an otherwise feeble-hearted man, to speak out against the sitting king of East Coast comedy?
20 years.
Dude. I fucking hate
pretty good.
Our friend Dez. I'll play him in Madden online.
Yeah.
And he plays Madden consistently.
Yeah,
like I haven't. And he does these passes.
Yeah, he knows all the cheat plays.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude, he beat me so bad last time I started getting pissy, and I go like this. I just don't have the time to commit to this game. And like, but
he's got a family.
Yeah, he's got a full family, full time, real job.
Yeah,
like
he's got less time than you. All we have is time.
All we have, and I was like
busy.
I was giving him front desk energy from getting food poisoning. Where I go, I don't know. It's just like you're cheating. And if
I've seen you handle video games.
It's not well. I quit the first time we played.
We met.
Yeah, we met at Helium in Philly. That was when I was bringing the PS4 around, and I was like,
"You're like, I'm playing Madden." I was like, "I'll come fuck you up if you want."
But
You got the first one.
I got the first two.
Made your ass quit, dude.
Third game, you made me quit.
And that's because quit. Dude.
That's because you I
was up like
the Broncos playbook that year was trash.
Hit you with an onside kick at halftime.
You Sean Payton me. You Sean Payton me at that Super. It made me so mad. He was up 21, and I go, well, let's just play another game. Like we're running out of time. And you go for the rest of our friendship. You kept going. You quit.
I let that go for a long time, and will likely be punished for it by the YouTube gods, but I care not. We need to know what's got old Joe List all riled up. Now, for those of you that don't know, the two comedians in the clip were Dan Soder and Shane Gillis himself in an episode of Dan Soder's podcast that was posted about a year ago. The two are clearly bros, and you love to see it. So then, why hasn't Dan Soder been invited to be a guest star on Tires? Let's have a look at the cast of Tires here. We have Steve Gerbin. We've got Shane Gillis himself. Kyla Fox, Stavros Halkias, Andrew Schultz, Chris O'Connor, and Thomas Hayden Church. So looking at the cast so far, I can't help but wonder where all the Shane Gillis comedian friends are. First, I spot the obvious ones, being Andrew Schultz, Stavros Halkias, and a fella called Steve Gerbin, who plays one of the lead roles. But you know who I don't see? Dan Soder, Joe List, Mark Norman, Joe Rogan, Matt McCusker, the list goes on. And sure, maybe not all of those people were interested, but did Shane ask?
His mom just died. That's very funny.
Funny guy. Hayden Church doesn't get his due. He's on Tires, apparently. He's on the new season.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. I'm excited about that. Tires.
Soder
has no role. That makes you feel better.
Wow, that is interesting.
He's like, I'm not on there. And I was like, okay, so we can all... It's almost smart. If you have a TV show, you take your best fucking buddy who showed you the ropes and took you everywhere under his wing. Don't put him on.
That's a great point.
And then nobody can be upset they're not on the show.
Old Joe List is exhibiting a bit of salt here, but on behalf of Dan Soder. As we saw before, Dan and Shane are homies, and have been for a while. Although he's from Colorado, Dan Soder has been a New York comic for a long time. Whereas Shane didn't move to New York until pretty well into his career. Joe List is insinuating that Dan Soder took Shane under his wing, which is what makes that kind of wild.
Upset they're not on the show.
We've all had the feeling, you wake up one day on a Saturday, scratch your ass going, why am I not on Tires? I know Gillis. I got to protect our parks. We've gotten drunk. I've eaten his ass. I can't get a Netflix spot.
Well, he might have seen your acting reel, but...
Even Mark Norman is showing signs of saltiness, which I suppose I get. Mark and Shane have done Protect Our Parks together, which featured them both on the Joe Rogan Experience. They've also shared many other podcast appearances and run in the same circles of comics.
Keep stretching. He just loved it.
That's hilarious.
He loved the mayhem.
You ever had a bomb? What's the worst bomb? I bombed in Kalamazoo for 20,000 people.
What?
20 minutes of silence.
What?
I could hear people like, what is this?
Wow.
20,000 people?
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Seinfeld?
No, a Schumer gig years ago, Kalamazoo, brutal.
Wait, Schumer's crowd didn't get you?
Well, it was just, it was like, we started late, but you got to go on. They were half seated.
Were they like,
Nightmare.
this guy's not like a slut?
Yeah, there was a lot of that,
I came here to talk about being a slut.
too. They hated it.
I'm wasted.
Quick aside here, there are exactly 0 venues in Kalamazoo that hold 20,000 people. The show was at Wings Stadium, which holds a maximum of 5,000 people. Kalamazoo is a great town, but that is a flat-out exaggeration at best. Shout out to Kalamazoo. Anyway, I get that Shane can't be constantly or exclusively casting people that he's friends with. At this point, especially, he's got a bunch of friends. But I was still confused, so I went to ask my new friend, Grok. And Grok said,
Soder not being on Tires stands out because it breaks a pattern of Gillis packing the show with his comedy pals. It's a big deal to fans who see them as part of the same comedic tribe, but it's likely a logistical or creative choice rather than being a sign of bad blood. Their history, built on mutual respect, shared stages, and podcast banter, remains strong. And their fans will probably get a crossover fix in another form, like joint podcast episode or live show.
But having lack of spots can't be the reason, because on season 2 of Tires, Shane boasts about having big-name celebs on the show. In my opinion, those slots could easily have gone to other comics who had Shane's back during his cancellation.
Hear it fold.
Tell me about
you
it,
look
brother.
good. You lost weight.
It looks, yeah, you're looking good.
You look good in there.
Yeah, that fits.
I liked you were getting big there for a second. I was excited about it.
Dude, at sweet season,
Yeah,
before
I like
Christmas,
it. I like it.
I was getting fat.
Wait, this isn't the right.
Damn, young
Real.
Corolla. Look at him.
Yeah.
Young Corolla.
He was a football player.
And a boxer.
Right. And it's also funny in this era, if somebody was like, this is a little inappropriate, you go, shut up, you loser. We're trying to watch the movie.
I was like, what are you talking about? She's hot.
Yeah.
How old was she actually in this movie?
But it's crazy for him to be like,
Because I'm feeling
18.
Please,
Come on, 18.
please.
show me a 1-8.
One time.
18,
snake eyes.
brother.
Screenwriter.
11.
Snake eyes.
178, this is 94. We can do math.
16.
That's more than
16.
Now, quick, look up which state was it shot in.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
Jim Kelly's the fucking man.
was it brutal, or are you just saying it was?
It was brutal when I was
can't
up there
imagine that's a
standing.
doable gig.
So that joke killed. I was making fun of Jim Kelly, and I was like, read the room, and then I tried to do material.
Yes.
What joke did you try?
And Trump.
Yeah.
And it like that was bombing on an impression in front of people. I got
Yeah.
to watch. Jerry Rice was sitting next to me, so I watched him go back to his phone, sitting right here. And then I ended it because Nate Marshall was with me, and he was just standing in the corner. And I was like, "All right, that's it for me. That's my friend Nate Marshall. He's a pedophile." And I watched Jerry Rice go, yes.
All right, you close strong.
Dude,
Yeah.
bombing during a voice?
And then I was like, Shannon, don't tell Cat Williams about this.
Yeah, right.
Cat Williams was like,
I was here the whole time. Under the table with a microphone, pimping. You one of the 6 that Joe Rogan's been pushing.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
Are we not?
I don't think we are.
It's
All right.
brutal to bomb.
It's gotta be before
in front of
us.
Legends.
Because he says
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
With jokes like these flying around, it's obvious these boys go way back. So why haven't any of them, nor Joe List, been on Tires? That's a Netflix show, so I figure it's maybe the higher-ups holding them back.
Canceled. I'm at the cellar. I live on top of it. I'm eating falafel every day and going down on the management. And then they're like, "Can you get out of the way? We have a actor coming in to do a comedian." I'm like, "I'm here.
Right.
I'm queer. What are you doing?"
Well, also, I think some of our podcast appearance may be holding us back a little bit.
Well, we do.
But if that's the case, wouldn't that be directly contradictory to the very platform which Shane has made his own? Wasn't Shane canceled for this very same thing that Joe's implying he's now suffering from? Doing accents and making racially based jokes? Wasn't it podcasts that got Shane fired from SNL, triggering his rise to stardom? If it's not that, then honestly, it just feels like it's, well, like nobody likes these guys. But that can't be right.
Our stories are being read. Your stories aren't being read. It's only me, Dan, and
Read it
Jet.
again.
It can't be you. This story will not be you or Bobby.
Yeah.
I know. I
So
was just
you guys have
making
to.
fun of your language because you said remaining players.
Joe,
That's not
just
one
shut
of us
up.
too, and you're not technically remaining.
This is why
You're out.
nobody likes you.
Oh, people like me. She's rooting for me.
That lady pumped her fist for him.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, you guys make a
You're
secret
mean.
wager.
Far be it from me to publicly disagree with Louis J. Gomez, because I know he'll threaten my physical well-being on X. His testosterone levels are veritably off the charts these days, so I'll leave it alone. But I will be doing a video on Dave Smith's drama with Douglas Murray, and I fully expect to be threatened for that joint, so be sure to subscribe on this channel so as you don't miss the drama. In fact, whilst you're at it, please hit like, and if you're feeling chatty, leave a comment. It turns out comments really do help the channel to reach other people, and I want more eyes on this critical leaks thing we're doing here. Thank you all. Now let's get to the meat of my point, shall we?
Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty. Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's it. I don't have. Yeah, I'm fine.
That's all. Yeah. They're the best of the best.
Who needs a Golden Globe, dude? We got the Patreon.
Joe.
Oh yeah, you got that beautiful.
That's a Patreon award.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way, because y'all the best Patreon?
Number one Patreon award, they gave us that.
You're lying.
Yeah.
No way, can I see it?
Yeah,
man, you can
it's
have
broken
it.
already. You can smash it.
Wow.
Don't smash it.
It came broken. It came broken, but I think
Dude,
that was more
that's
of
a
like
real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats, man.
They
Shaped
gave us
like a
the
dick.
Gay Man's Nutsack Award.
Oh my God, huh?
That side's a face, but this side's actually, if you hold it up, that is just
a dong.
A gay ball sack.
Oh, yeah. It looks like one of those balls on that special show, like my 70-pound nut or whatever.
Yeah.
Here comes me with my nut, you know? And some guy, they'll put like a little curtain in front of it and be like, da-da, and then pull the curtain, but it's still just his nut there, you know? And all the kids will pay a quarter. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So how did you even get nominated? Or they just knew you guys were doing it?
We just had, I think, just the highest Patreon. I don't know who.
No way. So you guys are rich then.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all right.
Oh, damn, dude. That's crazy.
This is what it gets.
Theo Von points out Matt and Shane's Patreon award, given for the highest number of patrons in the world. But I figured that can't be right. Right? So I Googled it. The top creator, ranked by the number of paid members on Patreon, is Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, a comedy podcast that has 91,335 paid members to sponsor the show. Which means if they're charging $5 a month, then they're pulling in $456,675. Woof. Okay. Well, good for them. So that's why they have a Patreon award. They've clearly earned it. They're making just under $500K a month on their podcast's Patreon, and I'd be nothing but happy for them, so long as they're happy with what they're making. So imagine my disappointment when, only 10 minutes later in that same episode, they stop their show to read some ad copy.
You do this to me. You do have a small penis.
I would never. You have a nice penis.
No, that's all right. Yeah, during a schizophrenic break, you would shrivel up. So
one of our favorite sponsors.
Yes, one of our favorite
one
sponsors.
One of our favorites.
True Classic. Good call.
Yeah.
Let's fucking run DMC this shit, dude. It's here to help you end the old year with the new you and clothes.
Clothes.
Give you the MSSP and save up to 25% off your first order. Make 2024 your most stylish year yet with True Classic.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying.
Okay, time for my conclusionary thoughts. I am no longer curious and can, in fact, definitively say that I think Shane Gillis did, though he's very talented and very hardworking, not sell out. Gasp. What? No, from what I can tell, this was always about money for Shane Gillis. He wasn't disappointed about getting fired from SNL because he loved the show and just wanted to spread joy to a wider audience. He lost a good job that paid well, if nothing else, in upward mobility. He didn't make a habit of doing the Joe Rogan Experience because he and Joe were buddies. He did it for the Rogan bump, which he knew could turn into more money via converting listeners to his podcast's Patreon. He's not including his friends on tires because famous people bring more eyes to the show. And more eyes on the show means a higher budget from his lords at Netflix. Shane Gillis didn't sell his soul because, in my opinion, Shane Gillis has no soul. And if I'm going off the evidence, he never did.